What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Self-Made Mega Farm. We got some selling to do, some cheese. I just want to see real quick. So the cheese, 31,000. It is, looks like it's holding. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So we'll definitely do that. And I think we can move some of this pre-pap that's right here. Move that on. We've already sold some milk, so we're up to 442. We sold a bunch of pre-pap. We're almost out of lumber, actually. I'm not too worried about it, but what we'll do right now is we'll get set up to sell all this off. Like I said, we gotta go grab the cheese wheels and sell those, which I should have looked at the market. So we'll actually probably sell this first because I want to say it might be coming all the way back up here to be sold. We sell C. We are in September, still not a harvest period yet. Yeah, we could technically plant barley in that field. We're really kind of in a crossroads here, folks, because I really... Is that what I think it is? Canola, maybe? No, cotton again. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know why they keep putting that there. That is the last field that has not been claimed. So ideally I would like to purchase this plot of land, and maybe we could turn into a big barley field on its own here. I want to use the fair. I find it funny that the fair is the best sell point for this. There we go, another 10k or so, 11k. Let's pull up here and grab some cheese. Cheese is farmer's market, so it is back the other way. That's fine. I like that. Is that all? It cannot be all, can it? No. So this is like another 3,000 liters. Let's back up. There we go. Good to go there. Let's just back up and make sure. Now, the other one that is actually going up, maybe next month it might be at a good point, is actually sunflower oil, which would be nice, be another 60k, which when we do the math on that, even though I really want another harvester, I just don't foresee it happening until we get, extra income. So 490. Oops, sorry, 490 for this, and then we know that field 3 is going to be another 11 grand almost, so 501 is what we want to purchase all this land and keep things moving forward. If we had to sell some sunflower oil. I always forget to look at flour. I always forget that we have the flour. Flour, not good. January, its highest point, way below what we could really push it for. We got 60,000 liters, so we're actually doing pretty decent with that. So we'll get this cheese off over to the market up here and sold, and we'll be closer to our goal. So I think that will be the plan, is to buy this just because we can open up some trees. And we gotta go around. Try not to get wedged in here like we have been. There we go, 483, so we're getting closer. Like I said, we could kind of sell some other things if we wanted to push it over the edge and purchase this land, but ideally it would be nice to kind of expand a little bit. We'll put this away for now and kind of revisit it probably next month. So we're gonna fast forward through the remainder of today. Get that on, huh? There we go. So we'll kind of just fast forward through. We got most of the stuff out ready. to go. We're in a pretty good position, I think, to take on our challenges that'll come with harvest. A lot of corn. Corn we will be, we need to set up a track actually to run directly to the mill to create the different products from corn. So I'll see y'all after. So we got a couple things sold at the start of this episode, and now we've jumped into October. We were able to do the sunflowers because it's going right to, it'll dry out a little bit and go to the mill. So not too worried about that. And then we'll get into the corn. Soybean will be the last just because we had a pretty good moisture this morning on that soybean field. So I'm hoping later today it'll be good to go. But yeah, we are in good shape. Like I said, we'll knock out this corner, then we'll come down and work these 2 cornfields, and then work 12. There was a Claas Lexion available. Technically, I think we get up to the 590. It just, to get the equipment needed, it's a small hopper and everything. You know, we didn't spending a lot and still probably not getting close to what we have with our John Deere right now. So, you know, technically, yeah, maybe we could have ran it on a separate field, got one header one place and one on the other. But I think with our yields being better, ideally, we probably want to get something similar to this. It could also run technically these headers, but it'll run a lot slower, so it'd be around 3 miles per hour. So we'd be jammed up quite a bit with that. The other thing I wanted to jump in here and see, we're pretty much good on dairy. Barley is out, so we want to shut that off. Deactivate that for now. We got plenty of pig food and flour. Oil mill, we're doing okay on sunflower. Probably do another run before we unload this one. Sawmill, we're getting down. So we're almost out of the sawmill, which means not much money coming back in on that. Just something for us to keep in mind. Across the board, you know, we have some prefab stuff we can sell. Again, planks. I'm going to let that probably run through, even though we technically probably could run that now. Just to put us over that threshold to buy the remaining part of that industrial area and all that. It's definitely something in the possibilities. We got quite a bit of milk to actually sell. So believe it or not, that is what we're going to probably go sell right now, actually. Let's go sell some milk. While the dairy is pumping cheese out. Get us over that threshold to make a land purchase. I've decided we are going to pull the trigger before planting season, which is the other thing we got to do today too, is we will need, we got a lot going on actually, so we're actually creating silage bales. I'm using a special attachment. Oh, and we forgot to load the milk. Just out of habit, I'm always used to having milk in this tank. Just something for us to keep in mind is we got a lot to do. We got to plant, roll, and we're on the 1-day month. So I know some of you said, hey, the flow looks like it's going well, keep it where it is. But maybe we do explore the 2-day months now that we have so much acreage to kind of work. And I'm hoping this kind of sets us up to be in a pretty good position to purchase all that land. So that is all the milk we have. So we'll run this up. I don't think our 9RX will be in the way of the sunflower trailer hoppers coming through. Hoping for a pretty good yield to keep that operation running smoothly. I think it will. I don't foresee that being an issue. The fog is quite intense this morning on this map. Kind of like it. Luckily enough, I know where I'm going. But yeah, it's strong. Another 17 grand, which I was just about where we are once we sell off some planks. And down prefab, but that'll cap it. Shadows do move pretty quick. And Green Creek Farms is talking about that in one of his recent videos about sometimes you go up to the 5X, it's just too fast. 3X, you still see some clouds jumping around, but it's not too hectic. So 496, so we technically right now have enough to buy all but this little cotton field. But I'm actually probably going to go sell prefab right now. We'll park this. Probably should get the sunflower trailer over. Hopper to be loaded. Making good timing on that field. Good stack of stuff there, so definitely worth selling that off, putting us over by both those lots in the field. We'll just have to plow that field in. I think it might be too late for winter wheat. That's good for now. Like I said, we can just sell off other products we have right here. Kind of a late start to the morning. Like I said, there's some moisture. Definitely get some rain to end off September. I think we can navigate it. All of it. There we go. Right, let's sell this off. And we'll get probably should get the carts running. So I'm gonna have to send the 400 to go collect silage bales as well. So we can probably get well, yeah, I need the 400 to at least get it started on the outer rows. Then from there, it shouldn't be an issue. Kind of just let the mower and baling go. Or someone do something for a while, then collect all the bales in the end. Now that we have that shop right there, that shed, bale shed right there, it makes it kind of easier. We're about to be down to about $20,000. But it'll be nice to have this and be able to kind of open this up into maybe 2 fields. I haven't really thought it through. I don't think we'll do any logging on it just yet. Go. We'll unhook this. I'm gonna leave this off to the side right now because we got the Transtar. We can get to it. Still working the bales on this. You will need to go collect. Almost should get out here. So I still got one more pass to do before we need the 400. Like I said, we can kind of extend a lot of this now. Like he's just about ready for us. Get up here and swing it around. Kind of keep him going while we figure out the best way to attack what we need to attack. Probably use the 9RX to open the field. So I guess that won't be a problem. We use the 400 on the planner. So let's make that purchase now. We will buy. Crazy we're doing this here. We got 30,000 left. That's because we got to buy that field. So now we own another grid. We have grid 6, grid 10, grid 12, grid 15, grid 14. We are making progress. 11 would be pretty good for logging, but that's about it. But yeah, we have made progress. All right. I'd really like to see that. Excited for what we can turn this in. We'll be halfway up that hillside actually when we get done. So 4 and 3 could be connected, and then everything south of that could be a field. So that's pretty decent setup. I'm kind of happy the way that looks. So I think what we need to actually do is I need to get the 9R. I had to figure out where I put it. But we're going to create some fields. We'll have to go purchase some line after. But I think that's kind of got to be the priority, right? Because this is a planting month for the winter crops. Kind of figure out how we're going to blend these fields together. There we go. Kind of navigate the fog here as well. Like I said, a lot going on at once. It's going to be a busy October for us, but we've got to get it done. We've got to turn around and get crops in. I now don't think we need to put barley on that field way to the south. Because I think we can have a massive barley field here. We can have 2 massive barley fields actually. So I guess the question is, now do we connect this? I would say definitely down to the end of 3 and then kind of come around and take that up there. Then I would run another one, have 2 that runs kind of to the end of those tree lines. I mean, the tree line's not too far out there, so it's not a drastic change. We got crate fields on. We'll have to adjust auto drive accordingly now as well. I'm not going to go too close to the road on this one. But we're going to plow this cotton in. This really doesn't do anything for us. Like I said, we'll plow it in and keep it going. And actually, we can't go too far down because of the trees right here. So I just realized we're just going to go swing it out here. Just kind of adjust on this line. And we'll just have one large barley field next year. kind of go until I can't go any further. Then we'll have to just clean up that section. Definitely see some trees that we already kind of gotta clean up. I'll just kind of keep it on this angle and connect it, and then this will all have to be filled in between, which is not a big problem, but definitely we'll cut those trees down after, and we'll get those processed at the sawmill. This should be quite keep the mill going a little bit longer, I guess. I'm not going to worry too much about this right now. This will be a winter project, I think. Some of these trees. I probably should extend this roadway around now. So there we go. That part is connected now. We'll just kind of run off of all this. We'll definitely have to throw down some lime. But our little roadway here is gone now. We got $19,000 left in the bank. This winter when we sell some stuff off, it'll help. But ideally, like, this is going to be one of our larger fields now, I think. And like I said, we might just keep this barley going forward. Which I think will be the most beneficial for us. Just to create straw, we got flour. It's always that off month. So it kind of works out with harvest and, planting cycles. Keeps us busy during those months that sometimes are the downtime. Even though right now we're planting during our harvest days. So, but we'll get this, like I said, turned over, and from there, kind of revisit where we're at. Well, that field over there is now plowed, like I said, solid sized field for barley. So that'll be nice. We're gonna go dump this, and then we'll drive right across the backside of this. Before this rain possibly hits. Not something I'm looking forward to, but like I said, we'll get this unloaded, and we'll head over there and fire up off that field, and realize that we're going to need to fill up the harvester soon as well. And we'll jump into corn from there. So we got 3 cornfields thanks to my planting error early in the year. I'd say pretty decent yield. Almost well, actually, you know what? Did we have a full truck last time? I can't remember if we did or not. I don't think we did. I think we were... Both times have been small on this, between these 2 fields added together. So, that'll be unfortunate, actually. So, actually, that'll be, is that 60,000? We might have about 80,000 liters between these 2 fields. For sunflower. I'll clean this up here. Left the course stopped. I wonder what's going on there. Bet you it's stuck on a bale. Let's get it started in here. Let's clear current course. Start a new course. Generate. And send him on his way. And then we'll definitely... Yeah, this probably got stuck. Right here is what I'm gonna bet. We'll start it right there on that, and hopefully this works. So it simulates a little PTO back there, and it's probably part of the reason. It's probably trying to back up to unload that bale. Which is a little bit of the headache with this. What we do need to do is we need to grab the 400 and get out there with the bale trailer. Can I drive into this and then back it? Yeah, we can. We got plenty of room now with that land off. Taking up, you know, kind of moving on. Oh, I'm gonna hit that frame. Just trying to get some room here. Oh man, we're crash counting up pretty bad. What we need to do is we need to go get those bales collected so they're not in the way every 5 seconds. So we'll send this off to field 14. It's good to go. I think this one, we're at 50,000. We can get turned around. I think I'll go drop this off in our silo. Because most likely the harvester's gonna be a minute. I mean, we only had, what, 2 unloads before the field was done. There's a partial. So we do got to get lime spread on all that new field space. Like I said, right now, focus, swinging in here. Let's get this unloaded. Get those sunflowers dumped out. And by then, we should be able to start unloading or collecting some bales. There we go. That's what we like to see. I want him unload. Gonna jump through. Natural's gonna be the last one. We're gonna want to pick up these right here. See if I can swing this in time before he takes off again. Just kind of scoop all these up. Gonna try this out. No, it's like I forgot what the piece is actually called, the Strigsmite or something like that. I also just noticed, is that fog or water sitting down in there? That could be a problem. That could be a real big problem if that's water. Use the tires to turn these bales over. Yeah, I just realized that is quite a low point. Speaking of low points, driving down into this, probably not the best move. I'm gonna grab these 2. You know what? We can just go right for it. Try not to drive through our fresh grass here, meadow. Yeah, I can do 3 right to the end. Just trying to make it a little bit easier for hopefully the mower to work. I have a feeling we're probably going to just have to hook on our Versatile T30. I'm just going to knock these out while we're here. Because we can turn around and go unload right there. Looks like he's working okay. Recently I was asked, why do I use the 400 on this? Well, the 400 can really pull, and if you don't see it, there's quite a little slope here on this part of the map. So kind of nice to have that extra pulling power. We'll pick up these last 3, go dump these, give them time to ferment. And I will say right now, all of a sudden, the grass does look a lot greener than it usually does. Maybe we've just done a really good job fertilizing it. Or it's just the time of the year, but we will go put these in the shed. And then we will swing around and collect the rest of the bales on that side. So the mower and baler attachment system to it should run smoother. Now I really need to build a little like driveway right here or something, connection point, just so this all kind of flows. Now I was wondering, do you think I can get through here? Oh, it does let you through here. Interesting. But once I put it up like this, I think there's an issue. I mean, it technically should have clipped, but we'll work with it. Like I said, we'll let this silage ferment through the winter. So we're pretty good on TMR right now, stored up in those silos. So I'm not too worried about it. What I do want to do is get to that other side and run it down. These bales shouldn't be a problem anymore. So it'll just be kind of that side, and then we can kind of come back up and set this worker to work this field and collect bales. We'll have to probably fill up the net wrapper. I'm hoping it alerts me. The only thing I thought of with this tool is it may not tell me when we need to refill the wrap. So that could be a problem. With that said, let's get these bales collected. And then hopefully we're getting close to done with that sunflower harvest. We'll move on to our corn, and I think we're going to do cracked corn. Maybe cornmeal. Cracked corn was the one that was more money. Maybe it was cornmeal. One of them is more money. That's what we're going to stick with. I guess you could also compare the liters, but I'm pretty sure one was superior by about $100 per 1,000 liters, and production-wise was faster. So I'm making light work of this, which is good. Just to see how many bales we end up collecting at the 150 size. Should be quite a few. Should fill up our bale shed quite a bit. Like I said, we'll probably top this off or fill this up, and then after that I'll just kind of let Courseplay, run it for us. This is 16 bales. We'll run it back up this side. See, there's a few spots the baler kind of missed, but I think it's just because that mower turned so quick and the way it pivots. It has the multi-directional wheel system, so it can really snap around. But ideally, I'm hoping that it will need a refill when I'm still summing on this end, because we got the wrap over there. We'll have to purchase some more net wrap, but I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, we'll scoop a few more of these bales up and get them out of the way. And we'll go dump them and see where our harvester is at. I'm going to assume we don't have a great yield on that field either, that it's working right now, because probably would have gotten an order by now that needed to be unloaded. Plenty of slurry and manure this time around for this field, so we'll probably throw manure down right after we're done. And there we go. Another full carry. We won't be able to top it off again, but we're actually going to cut right down through where this section is. It's kind of open. But yeah, hoping that's fog down there and just the way it looks, and not water, because that will definitely put a moment in place for us. Even though we did plant extra corn, I'll just be mad losing that kind of crop. I'll have to figure out some drainage or something. Push that right in there, stack them up. Alright, so that is good to go there. Like I said, we'll release them back up here to kind of finish up the tasking. This should all pretty much be almost fully illuminated now, which will be nice. And I just want to take a gander. So I got a Mack truck in there, 63% off, nothing special. Get this guy out to the other field. Should run the 9RX on maybe, well, we could probably use the 8R. Yeah, probably use the 8R on Lime. Get that field ready before we need to run the 8R on, oh, looks like we're full right now. What is the chances of that timing? It's like I play this game too much and I know my fields and their yields, but no. So he's almost done here beyond the corn. I'm hoping, by 6 o'clock tonight we can be done the corn, because we're going to need all that time on that soybean field. I'm going to just back up just enough that he should not clip the Transtar because of its bull nose. So we're not going to get a full, well, we already knew we weren't going to get a full trailer, but we might not even get into the second hopper, which is going to be sad, but it is what it is. Like I said, I predicted around probably 80,000 liters of sunflowers. That'll run for a whole season anyway. So you gotta take it as it goes. Should be just about empty. I'll just back this up just slightly. cornfield, I don't know how well that'll play out trying to get onto. So I want to use the 8R line. I also need to put diesel out in the harvester before I forget that. But I think for right now, we're going to kind of let things work through. Like I said, we'll get to lineman. We'll figure out one of these tractors to use it on. And then we'll see you next time when we're hopefully into corn harvesting. Thanks for watching. Till next time, Farmer Taz out.